Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. Buckle up because this one is straight out of the NFL rumor mill and it's got everyone talking. The whispers are getting louder across league circles. Justin Jefferson, the superstar wide receiver from the Minnesota Vikings, could be on his way to the Washington Commanders. Yeah, you heard that right. It's not just a pipe dream or some idle speculation. League sources are murmuring about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the NFC East and shake up the entire NFC landscape. Let's break this down, because it's not just about throwing around a big name. Jefferson, at just 26 years old, is arguably one of the most explosive receivers in the league today. His ability to stretch the field, create mismatches, and make plays in clutch moments has made him a nightmare for defenses. Just this past season in 2025, Jefferson has been nothing short of phenomenal. Over 10 games, he's racked up 82 receptions for more than 120 yards, averaging 7 yards per catch, and a blazing 112 yards per game. He's already scored 8 touchdowns, and his PFF grade for deep routes is an eye-popping 92. For that's elite, folks. His career numbers are equally impressive. 474 catches for over 278 yards, 43 touchdowns, and more than 200 yards after catch, leading all young wideouts in YAC. His EPA per target sits at 0.42, and his overall PFF grade averages around 92. 8, with 4 Pro Bowls to his name. His separation rate of 28% means he consistently gets open, generating over 300 yards extra versus coverage, a boost comparable to the impact Jamar Chase had on the Bengals in 2025. And let's not forget, injuries in 2025 have been minimal, just a mild concussion, and he's been remarkably durable with no hamstring issues since 2023. So why would the Vikings even consider trading Jefferson? Well, their current record is 4-6, and their offense has stagnated at around 1 points per game. They're facing some serious cap pressure, around $12 million, especially with upcoming extensions for young players like Jay McCarthy. Minnesota is clearly in a rebuild mode, and they're looking to clear cap space to strengthen their defense, which has been leaking points, allowing an average of 27 points per game. The Vikings' secondary has been struggling, giving up about 250 yards passing per game, which makes the idea of trading away their star receiver seem questionable at first glance. But the Vikings' front office seems to be prioritizing youth and future assets over immediate success, much like what they did back in 2020 when they traded Stephon Diggs. That trade inflected Buffalo with young talent and set the stage for a more sustainable rebuild, even if it meant sacrificing a season or two. Now that's where it gets really interesting for us, the Commanders fans. If Jefferson does land in Washington, it could be nothing short of a game-changer. With a record of 5-5, the Commanders' aerial attack has been hampered by injuries. Terry McLaurin's shoulder and Jahan Dotson's knee have really taken a toll. Adding Jefferson with his elite speed, running a 4.43 40-yard dash, would give the Commanders a much-needed injection of explosive playmaking. Imagine the possibilities. Jefferson's presence alone could add over 400 yards in the remaining games of 2025, boosting not just our offense's yardage, but also its efficiency. His ability to create mismatches would elevate Jaden Daniels' EPA per pass by around 25%, especially against secondary defenses like that of the Eagles, which are currently allowing nearly 25 points per game. Jefferson's skills would also transform our red zone efficiency, which currently sits around 52%. With him on the field, that number could jump to around 68%, giving us more scoring opportunities and helping stabilize our offensive output. Combine that with Brian Robinson's solid 4-5 yards per carry, and suddenly, you've got a balanced attack that defenses will struggle to contain. On the defensive side, the added possession and points would give us more opportunities to force turnovers, an area where we've been averaging around 12 extra per season. And that could be the difference in close games, especially in divisional matchups. Historically, trades like this, similar to the Adams move in 2022, have significantly increased our chances of winning divisional games, and a player like Jefferson could be the spark we need to surge into playoff contention. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture, because a trade of this magnitude wouldn't just make us better in the short term. It could propel us into the Super Bowl conversation. The odds would shift dramatically. Right now, according to ESPN, the Commanders have plus 12-0 odds to win the Super Bowl. If Jefferson joins the team, those odds could plummet to around plus 4-0, making us a true dark horse in the NFC. The impact on the betting lines would be massive, and it would send a message throughout the league that Washington is serious about competing at the highest level. Jefferson's presence in the playoffs, especially against teams like the 49ers, who allow about 19. 2 points per game could be the difference maker, turning the tides in key matchups and possibly flipping the odds in our favor. Of course, this is not just about adding a star receiver. It's about transforming the entire offense around him. Our red zone efficiency, our explosiveness, and our ability to stretch the field would all skyrocket. Jefferson's ability to generate mismatches, combined with the existing weapons like Jahan Dotson and Terry McLaurin, would create a nightmare scenario for defenses trying to double-team or bracket coverage. And with our cap space estimated at around $2 million, a restructured deal could make this trade feasible, even if it means moving around some contracts like Jonathan Allen's, who's been battling ankle issues. The Vikings, on the other hand, would be betting on their rebuild, focusing on 2026 and beyond, by moving their star receiver now. Imagine the excitement in the fan base, guys. This kind of move would be a statement, a clear signal that the Commanders are all in for a Super Bowl push. It would energize the team, boost morale, and bring a new level of confidence, especially if we can get Jefferson integrated quickly and effectively. The NFC East is already competitive, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all vying for supremacy, but adding a player of Jefferson's caliber could tip the scales in our favor. It's a bold move, no doubt, but sometimes the boldest moves are what it takes to reach the promised land. And speaking of playoffs, this trade could be the catalyst for a deep postseason run. Jefferson as an X-factor against the 49ers secondary, which is known for its stinginess, could be the difference in a potential upset. The odds would shift even further, making Washington not just a team fighting for a wild card, but a legitimate contender. It's that kind of impact that gets fans dreaming of Super Bowl Sunday, and honestly, it's not out of reach if these rumors turn into reality. So what do you think, Commanders fans? Are we on the verge of witnessing a historic move that could redefine our franchise? It's a high-stakes game, but if we pull this off, we'd be rewriting the narrative of the 2025 season and beyond. We'd be no longer just a team with potential. We'd be a true Super Bowl contender. The NFL is unpredictable, but sometimes a single trade can change everything. This could be that moment for us. Keep your eyes peeled, because if it happens, it'll be a news story for the ages. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Jefferson is the missing piece for our Super Bowl dreams? Would you trade multiple picks to bring him here? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Washington Commanders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. This is an exciting time to be a fan, and whatever happens, one thing is for sure. The NFC East is about to get a whole lot more interesting.